Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our sign specific weekly astrological reading. This is for the week of August 27th through September 2nd, and this reading is for Aries. So this week, real quick, I just see two things happening. I see, well, two major things happening. Two things I'm going to focus on for this reading at any rate. Mars moves from Virgo into Libra, and then on the 30th, we have a full moon in Pisces. So that's a lot of feeling, and we're all going to feel it. So I wanted to do a reading specifically for you. And today, we're going to be doing a thinking, feeling, and doing tarot spread. So let's get started with that. And as I begin my shuffle, I'm going to be imbuing this deck with the intention I've set for you specifically. And that intention is balancing inner and outer. So as I bring the deck from chaos into unity, I am once again thinking about that intention, balancing inner and outer. And I'm also thinking about that full moon in Pisces kind of a lot. I just really see that as being a really emotional moment for us. But that's okay. I think for you in particular, there may be some deep dives inside, but let's see what the tarot spread gives us and how we should be thinking, feeling, and what we should be doing about the whole week. Let's get started. Card that I draw in the thinking position is the King of Swords reversed. Okay. Card I draw in feeling is the Emperor reversed. Okay. The Emperor's associated with Aries. It's interesting to see him reverse, but let's keep going. Doing what we'll be doing this week. Another reversal. The Devil reversed. Okay. 3 reversed cards, 2 reversed major arcana cards. So I'm thinking this week is going to be pretty impactful for you, especially because in feeling we got the reversed Emperor. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I want to start with thinking. What you'll be thinking about this week is the King of Swords reversed. The King of Swords reversed in thinking is showing me that you potentially are losing a little bit of a grip on focusing a lot on intellect. I think maybe that's because this week kind of isn't really calling for a lot of intellect for you. I think this week's calling a lot more for engaging in partnerships. I think this week's calling a lot more for doing emotional deep dives, hopefully injecting passion into that. I know you're going to want to do that. But I think because this week isn't really calling for you to be super authoritative in your intellect, to really focus on that kind of stuff, I think the rest of the tarot spread kind of shows that too. You get the Emperor reversed in feeling. The Emperor is associated with Aries. The Emperor usually exudes some of the best qualities, some of your best qualities, certainly. So reversed in feeling definitely shows me that you may be feeling a little bit less like yourself this week, but in one really specific way, and I think because of one specific astrological event, and I think that's that full moon in Pisces. That full moon in Pisces is going to be very emotional for all of us, but I think for you in particular, I think the full moon is going to turn the Emperor upside down because it's going to be pouring this, or imbuing this water energy into our fire. But not in a negative way. It's going to be bringing the idea of switching from being this kind of rigid, and this card reverse shows that this exactly, switching from being rigid and kind of focused and just driven and strict. It's going to switch. It's going to imbue all of that stuff with a sense of compassion. This full moon's going to inject that, your week, and especially your week, with a sense of emotion that's maybe going to make the Emperor a little bit more benevolent than he maybe usually is. And what that means for you is that maybe where you usually are really strict with yourself or with others, this week, especially on that full moon, especially as it's blooming, you are definitely going to be feeling If not more compassionate, definitely the emotions are going to be overriding your more pragmatic self. But that's okay, because there's a reason for that. And the reason lies in doing. Because what the devil reverse shows us that we'll be doing, what you will be doing this week, probably because you added emotion to your power, is you'll be able to free yourself. The devil reversed is calling for liberation, and if it's doing for you, you are going to be liberating yourself. And the way you're going to be doing that is by adding emotion to your powerful emperor vibe. And not getting too deep into intellectual thoughts. Not this week. This week's feeling. Even if it's hard for you, feeling. Water. So, to synthesize everything, don't think too much. There's really no reason for that here. Trust and know that you are a powerful ruler. Your drive and your capacity to assert is always going to be there. But this week, especially on the day of that full moon in Pisces, let that emotional part of you reign. Have an awesome week. I'll see you next time.